Let's go. We are back. This is Effort and Attitude Volume Who Cares episode. Who cares? All I care about is that you are here. And if you are here, your mind is right, your body is right. Now let's get your effort and attitude right. So let's jump in. I don't have a lot of bullet points today, right? I got 2 thoughts today for you, okay? And these thoughts cross over. It's just not for my athletes today, okay? So in week 3, we're gonna talk about full-time effort versus part-time effort, right? Because a lot of in my mind, you could be getting part-time play, right? You may be getting part-time minutes in the game, right? You might be in a part-time situation, trying to transition a career, right? But if you have a part-time mindset and that part-time role, you will get a part-time result. Because here's the deal, the work, the experience is not part-time, it's full-time. You're making a decision to transfer that part-time experience or time in the game or that part-time job and take a part-time mentality to it. So that's why you get a part-time result. So look, I'm not throwing shots and I'm not really casting shade. I'm just keeping it 100. And if I'm gonna keep it 100, I need you to go 100. And that means go hard. Don't take your little role and minimize it. Because here's what I've learned in my coaching career. People see effort and attitude before they really recognize talent. Because talent is an ongoing and developmental deal. Some people just come out and go, whoa, that boy fast. But it's very few in between of those. And so generally speaking, people recognize the grind. People recognize the grit. I tell you what, your favorite athlete, your favorite writer, your favorite actor, whoever your favorite whatever, they didn't just show up on the scene. They've been doing it, and most likely they started doing it part-time. And they were doing it part-time with full-time effort, full-time attitude, like this was it. Look, yeah, hey, I'm a school teacher full-time, but when you catch me on this stage and I'm stand-up comedian, or when you catch me in the booth, or when you catch me in my writing lab, wherever you catch me outside of me in the classroom, yeah, this is part-time until it becomes full-time, because I don't go part-time in anything. The only part-time and part-time, I know this is a lot of wordplay, the only part-time in the whole deal is the hours that they can pay you for. Just because you sign up part-time, they are not gonna give you a part-time role. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. The part-time role you think you have, someone has it full-time. So if you don't give them a reason to say, you know, this guy that we just hired or this guy we just put in the game, every time we put him in the game, he catch the ball. Every time we put him in the boardroom, he close a deal. Every time we give him the paperwork, it comes back early. Listen, hey look, I don't know what your strength is, I don't know what your job is, you do. But you know the type of effort you've been giving it. And you definitely know the attitude that you've been going in there with. Man, everybody around you knows that attitude. So, the recommendation for today, do not go into any part-time situation. I don't care if it's your hobby, with a part-time or a hobby mentality. Go in there like, hey, yeah, I'm just doing this until my boat come in. Once my boat come in, then I'm gonna own the whole building. Yeah, that's the plan. But right now, I'm on these floors to the best of my ability. All right, I'll close you with this story. And this story, shout out to my man, Coach Al at Bates, the head track coach or a former head track coach, cross-country coach. Share the story with me about Frito-Lay's. Frito-Lay's in its infancy start was going to go out of business. And so they have the owner or the CEO of the company sends a letter out to the entire company and says, we need to make some changes. If we do not make changes, I'm going to have to make cuts. So I don't want to make cuts, so I need everyone to take a CEO role for me. this one young man in the company got that same letter and he took that personally. So what he did, he goes home, tells his wife, "You won't believe the letter I got. The owner said we're all part owners of the company." And so he starts part-time working in sales, part-time working in shipping, and they're not paying him for it. Part-time just because the CEO told him he is part owner. Fast forward, he goes through all of the gymnastics, uses his time that he could be spending at home on vacation, working in all of these different departments in Frito-Lay. And he starts to say, you know, what if we add some flavor to these chips? And so in my mind, I imagine he said, you know what? Marie loves salt and vinegar. Salt, little vinegar, bang. He's changed Frito-Lay's in the way they make chips in the chip industry. Now, guess what? This guy was the janitor. I know that blew your mind. It blew mine too. The janitor took on a CEO role and said, look, the CEO told me I have part of this company and I am ownership of this company. What can I do to make this company better? I don't gotta tell you, you look them up. I don't gotta tell you nothing else because when you look them up, you'll find a story. And that's what part-time, with a full-time mentality, and a full-time effort, and a full-time attitude about a commitment, you'll mess around and end up changing a company, disrupting a company, disrupting the industry, right? So until next time, remember, don't go anywhere with a part-time mentality, even if they give you part-time money, because the money cannot be more important than the experience. And it certainly should not be the fuel to your passion. And so until next time, bring effort and attitude and go hard, part-time or full-time, and even if you got to pay your own dime, god dog.